Live, it says. Okay. Let me know if you hear me in the chat. Hello, Dennis. Nice to see you there already in the chat. Okay. Let's see. Just going to give everyone a moment to start rolling through here. How's everyone's day going? Hopefully it's been cool where you live. It's definitely a much cooler day this time than it was last time for me. Actually tolerable. Sorry, I'm just like checking out, making sure the fan's not blowing my hair too crazy. Okay. Oh, Dennis, if you're in the chat right now, please tell me you can hear me. I really don't want. Oh, okay. Hi. Oh, hi, Brayden. Can you hear me? I mean, obviously, I feel like you must be able to hear me if you're saying hi already, right? Okay, hold on. I just gotta switch this over because sometimes it does this thing. Okay. Yes. Yay! You can hear me. Okay. Well, welcome to my stream. We're doing a post-conference wrap-up, like I like to do after I go to these types of events. Put this on. Put on my nice cozy cloak of the night. That's what I call this. This shines like the stars. So yeah, as you guys know, if you've been following my streams, okay, last time I was here, I was talking about how 2 weeks before the conference event, I decided to go. So hi, Johnkins, nice to see you. And so yeah, very rapidly, I planned a trip to go to St. Petersburg, Florida, all right, for the Full Disclosure Now conference, which was an absolute blast. Let me tell you, they had just a great lineup, great vendors, great location. You know, the only thing I really could say that was difficult was just how hot it was, because it was Florida in the middle of July. So it was blazing hot, and I got so swollen in my legs and my ankles towards the end of the event from all the standing outside in the heat because, you know, I'm a smoker. So I was out, you know, I'm on vacation. I'm like, I'm going to smoke up as much as I want because this is the last month. I've decided, I'm like, this month I'm going to finish my weaning down and I'm going to quit smoking. So, but anyway, so I was out in the heat and it felt like my face was melting off a lot of the time. And that was a little bit tough. Hi there, Terry. Yeah. Oh, yay, loud and clear. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate that, guys. So, let's see. Where do I even begin? Because, like, honestly, it kind of like I said, I did a wrap-up show, too, with a bunch of the conference speakers and attendees on Typical Skeptic with Rob Cleo. So if you haven't checked that out yet, definitely you can go take a peek at that for more people that were there talking about all this. If you want to hear some more from other people's experiences. But for me, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I do remember telling you guys that I was tapped into the energies of the conference, and I could already feel that it felt very warm and it felt very welcoming. It felt like I was like wanted and needed and loved at this event, and like I was with family. It didn't feel like a conference to me. This felt like a family reunion, you know, and so I'm already so excited for the next one for next year. I really hope to see a lot more of you guys there next time, now that we've all gone and given a sample of it, all the people that I'm close to. Hi there, Sandy. Nice to see you. So, yeah, I got there, no problems. I was staying at an Airbnb with Ada Fairhot, okay, or Ida. I say her name wrong. It's Ida Farhat, okay, and she was one of the people who was the event organizers, okay, and so I ended up staying with her, and I stayed with Susan Long, who was one of the speakers, and I stayed with Sean Bond and his girlfriend, who was also, they were both speakers. Her name is Yisa, I believe. I hope I'm saying that right, and I apologize if I'm not. Hi there, Chris. Nice to see you in the chat. Glad you're listening. Hope you're not working too hard. Okay. So I did get some goodies from the vendors that I'm going to show you guys now, which I thought was really cool stuff. They had a lot. They just had a lot of cool vendors. I'll just say that. And the first thing that I bought when I was there was, if you guys know Shambhala Mario, he doesn't go by that anymore. But I don't know how to say his last name. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. But Mario, you guys know Mario, okay? He's the Starseed Salsa guy. He's also an astrologer and an experiencer, a targeted individual. Okay, and his presentation was one of my favorites. But yeah, I got some. This is the hot one. This is the mild one. And I'm really looking forward to trying these, and I'll let you guys know what I thought about the flavors of them when we do. I have to get some tortilla chips before I try them, So the space though, I have to say, the conference hall itself, like they had two stages going at the same time, and one was a lot bigger than the other, but they were both really, really nice. And this was the craziest thing. Like, even though there wasn't tons of people there, the energy felt like it was full of people. It felt like just big energy, just like completely full. So even though we were all spread out in different seats and everything like that, like I didn't feel like we were. I don't know. It just felt very significant to point that out, that it felt big, even though it wasn't that big. And I feel like that's kind of a premonition of things to come for the future conferences that Brian Sang is going to hold here, because he did say that he's going to be holding two more. He's going to be doing the second one again at this resort, but I'm not sure about the third one. But I know for sure that he's going to be doing this again next year, and I'm so looking forward to it. Okay, so the first talk I saw, and I didn't watch all of them. I will admit that I figured we could watch the live stream recordings afterward, but I'm not sure how to get that or when we'll be able to get that. So I'm a little bit bummed about some of the people whose talks I didn't watch the whole thing of, or I just couldn't see it because they were, both talking at the same time. So, but there was like a little something for everyone, and everyone's particular area of specialty was like, it felt like completely different from one person to the next. And so it just really made it just so fascinating, so interesting to sit there and watch. Like, I didn't like at other conferences, I have a hard time staying awake. I think I've told you, I don't know, I get tired and I start getting sleepy and I start falling asleep during the speeches, but that did not happen at anyone of the speakers that I went and saw, Okay, so the first one, obviously the one I really wanted to see first was Matthew Morney, and I did see he had two talks though. He had like a workshop and then he had a talk. And so I watched the workshop one in entirety, and it was really, really good. I mean, I'm not really surprised by that though. I pretty much expected that. I've seen him talk a couple times now at many conferences that I've gone to, and it's always good. It's always good. And I did catch some part of his second talk too, but a lot of it was some stuff that I've heard already. So I already knew he was good on that one, right? But some people that I hadn't seen before that I thought were really, really good. And I'll get to more of the vendor stuff that I bought in a second. But the people, the new people that were just speaking, especially ones that were just speaking for the first time, like my girl Susan Long, okay, which I think I just saw her in the chat, the Phoenix. Hey, girl. She had a really good presentation. I was actually really impressed with how much she just, and I think Erica, First Lady Erica said this in Robert Khalil's show, but she like commanded the mic. She just talked like she'd been doing it all along. Like she'd never not been a speaker, It was really, what's the word for it? Inspiring. It was inspiring because, I do hope to eventually maybe be a speaker again one day once I can get my timing right of being able to like work and put into an actual talk and stuff like that. But she was really inspiring with that. And also another new speaker that I really loved, I already mentioned them, that was Mario. Mario gave talk about his own personal TI experiences and some of the just absolutely wacky and wild things that have happened in his life. And honestly, it was fascinating. It's definitely something that you guys need to, hopefully we can get these live stream recordings out and we can watch them. I think Mario actually was recording his and he's going to post his. So if you haven't had a chance to check his out, definitely check him out. His his YouTube channel is called Liberation Codes, I think. Liberation Codes Unscripted. I'm pretty sure that's his YouTube channel. But if not, if someone knows in the chat, let me know. Hey Terry, nice to see you too. Oh, I just clicked. Like, oh, that's Terry. Terry from the conference. Yes, it's so nice to see you again. Noisy Alley Cats, nice to see you. Hi, nice to see you, Matthew and Nora. Angel Lori. Oh, chat's filling up. Okay, it's like all coming through now. So anyway, let's see who else. I watched some of Daryl James. Okay, Daryl James talks always really, really good and fascinating. And he talks just like, you would think that it was just two people in the room talking, like you're like a friend just listening to another friend. That's what it feels like when you're listening to him talk, and it was really interesting information. And then the other one that really stood out to me too was Sean Bond. Okay, now he's a little bit intimidating to me because him and his girlfriend, they feel like absolute geniuses when it comes to their work and what they do. All right, and I almost even kind of got a free reading from him one morning that we were hanging out at the Airbnb before we were off to the conference, and he told me some very, very interesting things. And you know what? I'm going to tell you a little bit about what he said, all right? Just because I'm like, wow, this kind of blew me away a little bit. And he was saying that I've done most of the work in clearing out any cords or demons that were associated with me. But he said that there was still a 5% left over, a cord attachment, 5% left over from my ex, basically, and that there were 10,000 demons still attached to me through him. Okay, 10,000 demons. But what was so funny is just how he said it. Okay, and he said, "Oh, but don't worry, they're just the size of a solar system. And these 10,000 demons, they're just the size of a solar system. Like I got this." He said, and he could see my face kind of go like, "What?" And he was like, "It's okay because your higher self is as big as the universe." And I was like, "Okay." All right, I got this. So, I mean, at least I know I've cleared out a lot of it. So, and I do feel that way because coming back from this conference, especially like meeting Rob, okay, Robert Polio from Typical Skeptic, okay, like it was like seriously, I said, meeting family. Like this was not like, it was like someone I had already been around because, it's different when you talk to people online. All right. You don't know how it's going to be when you go and you meet them in person. You just don't know how it's going to feel until you're there in the moment. And it literally felt like we'd always been hanging out. Felt like we'd always known each other, and it was such a pleasure to have him around. And he was like, doing lives and stuff like that during the conference, which I just thought was an absolute blast. We're having just so much fun. Okay. So yeah, if you don't follow him already, you should, because he seriously is such a hard worker. He's like streaming like all the time. I'm always getting notifications that, oh, Typical Skeptic is going live. Typical Skeptic is going live. So if you're looking for someone who puts out a lot of information, a lot of different types of information, definitely go follow Rob. Definitely. Okay. So, and I really hope that at least I hope the majority of those who went this year can go again next year. And I just hope for more people to come because, I am a manifester and I do like to assist in events that I feel pulled and drawn to assist with. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done it in the past, where, and this is how I kind of look at it. I kind of look at it as like, we've all been doing these things, like helping each other out, helping each other climb that ladder of ascension, so to speak. Okay. For lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And we're just trying to pull more and more people to these places, because when you meet each other in person, activations happen on just a whole different level. Okay. And I actually feel like I came away with some activations from this event. Okay. I really do. I feel like it gave me hope again. I was really, you guys know, I was really crushed after what happened to me last year and having to completely uproot my life and just do things a completely new way. And even after the last Journey to Truth conference, which I absolutely love the Journey to Truth conferences, I don't have anything bad to say about those. But for me personally, because of what I had been through, this last Journey to Truth conference wasn't that push that I needed, to feel like there was something to look forward to in the future. And I kind of been waiting for something to look forward to. And I feel it again. I feel my connection to my mission again. And I'm just so happy to like bring this information to you guys, so that way hopefully it can inspire you to come to these events. But I now remember, okay, so full circle, I feel like we're all like meeting in the astral, and we're already pre-planning. Here's the thing: we have a whole year to plan for this now. We're already pre-planning. Okay, who's going to come this year, and who's going to help with who this year? Because it's not like one person does all the work. It's like we each help one person at a time. And everyone has a piece of a puzzle to give to another person there. So if you have any pull or desire, or you're like daydreams or wondering, like, is this something I should go and I should like partake in? Should I, save up the money, carve out the time in my schedule, and make the haul out to St. Petersburg, Florida for one of these types of conferences? Yes, absolutely. Get it in your head now that you need to come to this next year's event, because it is going to be an absolute blast, and there's absolutely going to be activations happening. And I really do feel like it gave a lot of us just a re-spark, kind of, like someone said that they saw Rob, it looked like he had a new light in his eyes. And I totally agreed with that. And I could totally see that. So I just hope that more of you will come along and have fun with us. Come meet your soul family, because we've been doing this together for so long, and these are the places that we're meant to get together and do these things at. Okay. So let me see if there's anyone else that I can remember that I heard speak. You know who I really wish I had heard speak, though, because she did tell me some of what she does and how she, like, I've watched a few of her Facebook Lives now, even at this point. And the reason I'm talking about it right now is because I bought something from her. She was a vendor, okay? And she makes this beautiful artwork you can see over here. All right, like, I wish I could get a closer up of it. I'll have to take it down and get a closer up for you guys next time. Sorry, I'm starting to get a hot flash now, because we still have those. That's still a happening thing. So, yay. But anyway, this one is supposed to be for like protection, a shield. It'll clear your energy bubble, so to speak. And if I'm remembering correctly, and then the other thing that it's supposed to do is it's supposed to inspire spontaneous miracles, because it's all about geometries for her. She's like way big into geometries and how our spirit and the world is created from these geometries. Okay, so definitely I hope to rewatch her presentation. I think she might have recorded hers, but if not, she does so many Facebook Lives, it seems like lately. I'm definitely going to be able to follow her work, because you know how some people, they just, like I said, it's intimidating, because she comes across as genius level about this type of information. Okay, so okay, let's back to some of the fun stuff. Let's show some more of the fun things I got. Well, first of all, I also got this cool t-shirt from Typical Skeptic Podcast. I got one. Isn't that cool? It's actually really nice material and everything like that. So if you haven't got any merch, definitely go check out. This is a nice sleep shirt for me. I actually was wearing it before I started the stream. I had to change. Okay, so the other thing I bought from a woman who, I think her shop is called Marble Bliss. Okay, and my nose is running a little bit. Sorry. I bought this Vogel crystal. Let me show it to you guys up close. There's a rainbow flash in it. I'm hoping that maybe I can catch it in the light. Let's see if I go spin around. It's not really showing the rainbow part of it, but it would be like, it's about right there that the rainbow flash is. But anyway, this is like an energy tool, and I actually had someone use a large Vogel crystal. His name was Scotty. He was at the Camp Disclosure 2 conference I went to. Scotty Preston, I think his name is. And he actually had a Vogel crystal that was absolutely huge, and you could feel the energy. You could feel it, like, as you move it along. And I tried this on a couple people. If you just hold it and you just point it and you just kind of point it to their palm, I can even feel it now. It starts to feel like heat, and it like channels the energy. Okay, so I'm going to look more into how I'm supposed to use this as a tool, because I know you can use it as a energy clearing and healing tool. So it's very beautiful, and I love Vogel crystals. So I think Dan Willis is the guy who writes about Vogel crystals and stuff. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure his name is Dan Willis. Okay, so was there anything else that I got? I don't think there was anything else physical that I got to show. But I did actually also have a healing done with Matthew Mornian and the Rife machine. Okay, now I do think that it helped a lot. I think it was honestly, I didn't realize what it was going to do, but I think that part of what the Rife machine does, honestly, is it helps you release trauma, stored trauma. Because, and it taught me, it was kind of really crazy because it showed me some things about myself that I was unaware of. Now, first of all, okay, whenever I hear spirits communicate with me, for the most part, okay, I hear my team, I hear my guides, and they talk to me slightly back over here, okay, and I'm pretty sure that's because my assemblage point is over here on my back, and if you know about Carlos Castaneda, that's where you can find information about what an assemblage point is. So definitely look that up if you're not familiar with that term. So anyway, I always hear my guides and stuff, and they talk over here. Well, as I was getting ready to do the Rife treatment, and this is the second time it's happened, okay, because I did a little bit of a Rife treatment too with them at one of the Journey to Truth conferences, and both times the same thing happened. And it was, I started hearing a voice over to this side of me, okay, and this voice was like, don't do it. They were like, don't do it. No, like, stop. No, you don't know what's going to, no, please quit. Like, I don't want you to do this. Just take, they're like yelling at me, just take the pads off right now, okay? Because you got to stick these pads on there. But then the other part of me over here, my team, okay, and they were saying, don't listen to that. Go through with it. This is going to be healing. Like, this might be a little rough, but you got this, and this is what's meant to happen. You're meant to go through this. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, but this thing over here is screaming at me. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I'm doing it. I walked into it, and we start doing the frequencies, okay? When I started going through it, and it ended up being like a trauma release session. Like, you guys ever heard of those? It's where you do these exercises with your legs, and you get your legs so tired, okay, that they can't hold you up anymore, basically, and you basically start convulsing, okay? And what it's doing is it's releasing the trapped trauma that gets stuck in your body from different events that you experience, right? And so I didn't do any of those exercises, obviously. I was just doing the Rife treatment, but that my whole body started to shake like that, like I just done some of these exercises. And so even though it was it's something to go through, even though it didn't feel the most comfortable, I knew it was going to be productive in the long run. And I think the thing that really was holding me back at the moment was just thinking, like, all these people are around, anyone could walk around the corner and they're going to see me acting like this. They're going to see me freaking out, like just doing my weird motions, doing my weird movements that help me get through it. But at the end of it, oh my God, I felt like $1 million. And I have no doubt that is part of the reason that I have come back feeling as good as I do, is because I was finally able to release some of the trauma of why my own body stopped producing the things that it needed to produce in order to be healthy. And so what that voice to the side of me showed me was that truly there is a part of me that does not want to be healed. And I think that's true for a lot of people. And I think that maybe we don't even recognize when that is the voice speaking to us, because it was loud. I was actually quite surprised how loud it was, but it taught me that there's a part of me that is, because we know our trauma, we know how, once you go through something like that, right? Like, you know how to exist in that way once you get yourself at a homeostasis again, even if it's full of trauma, okay? If you're at that level, you know what to expect. You know how to go through that, okay? But what about getting healed? What will I look like on that version of me, the healed version of me that I haven't experienced in so long that I don't even remember what that looks like? That can be a scary thing. for the body. Okay. So in the long run, I'm really happy that I did it. I really am glad I went through it. And, I hope if you guys come to any of these events in person, I hope Matthew brings his machine again. And I hope that if you want to try that, you'll contact him, because really it was a powerful experience. Like, I'm even like shaking up a little bit, like right now, just remembering it, but like in a good way, like it's like, thank God, like, thank God, like that is what I needed. And so, yeah, that was quite the event. And then, so last but not least, the funnest part of the trip, though, I have to say, was hanging out with all my friends and my family, my soul family, and the dinners. Daryl Jane was talking about this on Typical Skeptic the other night on the recap. He was talking about his favorite part of the event was getting together at the dinners, the shared meal every single night. Okay, because the meal plan for this particular event wasn't similar to the Journey to Truth one, which was like you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This one was we were just getting dinners, and it was a blast. I have to say, Brian Brian is hilarious. Okay, he's got I think he said he's a Leo rising. I think that's Leo something. I forget what it was, but he had a Leo. We were guessing, and we were like, I feel like he has like a Leo placement with the way he presents himself. Okay, and I'm a Leo rising, so I get that. And he brought these costumes. I mean, first of all, he was like the sharpest dressed man, I have to say, at the Journey to Truth conference. I already seen some of his outfits. I already knew he was going to bring it. Okay, but every single time I saw him, this man looked amazing, or was like making a statement with like, okay, he dressed up in an inflatable astronaut suit at one point, which was just so much fun to watch him go around trying to, like, he kept like going to the side a little bit, and it looked like he was about to just float. Like, it looked like he was just floating. And so it would make perfect sense that someone who likes to dress up like this would have a costume ball at the very last night. Okay. And so the very last night, we got to go through with the costume ball. I wasn't expecting there to be a contest, though. I wasn't expecting there to be any type of prizes or anything. I was just excited to have an opportunity to wear like one of my favorite dresses again, which was the Golden Goddess dress that you guys have seen me. If you've been watching my streams, you've seen me in it before. I've posted pictures of it on Facebook. So it was an amazing outfit. I love wearing it, except for the fact that my legs and ankles were so swollen that I can barely walk in my high heels. But I suffered for for fashion's sake. We did it. We pulled it off. Okay. And I won. I won the costume contest. I was like, what? Honestly, I thought because he gave two prizes to these two people that were next to me, and I thought, oh man, like I thought I won. And then he went up to me and he goes, "You get 2 free tickets to next year. You won." Basically, I'm like, what? Like, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, because all week I'd already been talking about how I can't even wait for next year's. Like, this is so much fun. I can't even wait for next year's conference. And so now, just so y'all know, I am for sure going to be there. So if you want to come hang out with me, my friends, okay, plan for it. Put it out in the universe. There was a point in time when I didn't ever, like, I was living a lifestyle, okay, where I didn't think that I could go to any of these events. I thought my life won't allow that, and so I just asked the universe, clear the way. Make the way clear for me to go to this event. Okay. And I have no doubt that it will help you get on the track to get here. Okay. Because we're trying to align people with their highest timeline of love and joy. At least that's my soul's purpose, is that's what I want to do. I want to inspire people to believe in their dreams again and to see that they can come true. Like, I truly believe that. Like, it starts in the imagination. Like, and sometimes I even wonder, is it really the imagination, or is it that we're psychically picking up on these timelines, that can exist for us? Because every choice you could make, they say, like, all time is happening all at once, right? That all of this is happening side by side. So every choice that you make, there's an opposite choice of what you of what the opposite choice that you made of the two choices, so to speak. And yeah, I'm wondering if maybe we're picking up on those positive and happy timelines when we desire, because it starts with desire. Like, what is it that you desire? That's what I need you. That's what I'm asking anyone who is wanting to come to this event. I'm asking you, as the Blue Fairy, to look inside your heart and see what it is that you truly desire. Try to make it not too specific, okay? Because that's one of the things that you have to leave up to God. Leave the details to God in the universe and just ask for, like, I want to experience, ultimate joy, ultimate bliss, ultimate happiness, or true connection with friends. What's true friendship? True love. I want to experience those things, and would you help me get in alignment with the choices that I need to make in order to line up with that timeline so that I can experience that thing? That's what I'm asking you guys to do now. And then to keep your focus on it. Okay. And believe in it. Believe that the possibility is open. Okay. Because you have to believe that it's a possibility for it to start to work, the magic to start to work through you, in my opinion. Yes. So, excuse me. Okay, I'm going to read the chat a little bit real quick and see if there's anything else I can remember to talk about. Okay. Oh, thank you, Angel Lori. She said you looked great and did your thing. I sure did. And now I have to step it up, though, and Susan, I can't wait to see your costume. I cannot wait. Susan actually had a costume planned out, and I was really bummed that she didn't get to come. She had to leave for a very sad reason, and we're all still thinking about you and praying for you on that very sad reason. Hi, Barry. Oh, good night. Sorry you couldn't stay very long. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think I got everything. I think I read it all real quick. All right, cool. Okay. So, is there anything else I want to say about the conference? I mean, there is only kind of one other thing I guess I really want a little bit mention, but it's a little bit difficult to mention because I really want to tread lightly on this subject because I'm not trying to stir anything up, okay? Obviously, sometimes drama happens, and there definitely was someone trying to stir up shit at this conference. I'll say that, okay, where they're basically throwing around and accusing people of black magic. All right, so all I want to say about that is this, because I've thought about it a lot, because it's very infuriating when people throw something around that's so slanderous without any evidence or anything to really back it up. Like, they don't know this other person. How can they even, like, anyone who truly knows this other person would know that that's not even in the realm of possibilities. So all I want to say is this, that words are spells, right? Words are spells. And when you go about speaking something that's not true, you're basically doing the very thing that you're accusing others of doing. Like, words are spells, And so all I have to say in the long run about that is this. I pray that the truth just comes to light. That's it. I pray the truth comes to light, because there's a reason why we don't need to sit here and go on and on about it and go into too many details and stuff. And it's because the truth needs no defense. The Course of Miracles taught me that. Truth needs no defense. So there's truly no reason to even respond to such accusations, So that's all I'm going to say about that. I wanted to say something. I didn't want to go too much in detail, but that's all I wanted to say about that. So anyway, if you guys hear through the grapevine what that actually was about, you'll know what this is about. If not, then I still left it broad enough to where you get the point. Don't speak things. Don't speak things that you don't want to come back at you. Like, don't take the chance. Karma is a real thing. It'll come back. Oh, hi Heidi. Nice to see you. Oh, did you forget about that? I know. It was wild though, you know what I'm saying? And it was upsetting because it was basically attacking like someone who was like really close to me in my soul family. And I just was like, but the thing of the matter is that they ended up staying in their hotel room the entire time, which was like, ooh, good riddance. Like, we had a blast. All of us had a fucking blast of a time. Okay, that's all I'll say. I see Hope in there too. Hi, Hope. Nice to see you. Okay, so let's get ready to pull the fortune cookie and do the tarot cards. And if anything else pops up in my mind that I remember, I'll make sure to say it. Okay, so all right. So I have a box this time. This is where I put all the fortune cookies. Okay, so let's go ahead and reach in this box and let's pull out a fortune cookie. Okay, on the count of 3, let's get the collective movie here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There we go. I got it. Let's see what it is. Oh, and that's the other thing I did forget to mention something. Okay, so Issa gave me this for healing and stuff like that, for healing my throat and like I said, clearing my shield and making it stronger. And Sean Bond gave me something too to put in my car that is also for that very purpose and for protection and stuff. And she also gave me a sound recording, a sound healing that I'm supposed to listen to while I look at that. And that's one of the reasons that I have it up here on my wall, because y'all can't see this, but my bed is literally, okay, like where I sleep at, I can wake up and I'm going to see that first thing in the morning. So we're going to try and use that, okay? Yeah, that's a lot of cookies, right? I know. I prepared. I was like, I'm not going to run out of these for a while. We can do a lot of streams with these. As well, like I said, as long as little hands stay out of the fortune cookies, because little hands do like to come and grab these, and I'll find little fortune cookie things all over the house. But I told them, I said, that's for my stream. You have to ask me if you want one. I usually say yes anyway. So, okay. So let's go ahead. Let's see what does the collective need to hear through a fortune cookie message. Okay. I almost thought there was no fortune in it for a second. I was about to flip out. I was about to be like, you know how I feel about no fortunes in the cookies. Keep my money back. I'm kidding. Okay. So, okay. Here's our message, guys. It says, no one is ever too old to learn, but many people keep putting it off anyway. Okay? So no one is ever too old to learn, but many people keep putting it off anyway. That's funny. You know, that's a cool little message there, I have to say. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this. We're going to do the tarot, okay? But what oracle deck are we going to pull from today? I should mention that. Okay, so I just reached into my bag of oracle decks, which I have a lot of them over here. And I pulled out energy oracle cards. So this is the one we're going to do today. This is by Sandra Ann Taylor. I'll go ahead and take a look at the box there. Again, this is courtesy of my good friend Dennis, who is in the chat. Oh, hi, Alexis. Nice to see you here. Okay. So I want to say thank you to Dennis again for all the wonderful gifts that you send me. I appreciate each and every one of them. Okay, so it's kind of a nice little book, like this book. Okay, it's kind of thicker. You can kind of see. Okay, so let's go ahead. And these cards look like they might be easier to shuffle than some of the other oracle decks that I have pulled from. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle. This is for the collective. All right. Wow, tapped in right away, real quick. That's good. That's good. I'm really happy, guys. I'm really, really happy. Oh, and as you can tell, I got my hair reblued. I don't think I had my hair blue again, the same blue, last time I did the stream. And the lady who did my hair, oh my God, best hairstylist, hair colorist, whatever they're called. Best one I've ever been to. If anyone lives in Michigan and needs a good hair colorist, let me tell you, her name is Julia, and she works at Lucky Hair Salon on Cherry Hill and Canton Center Road. And she did just a fantastic job. She was quick. She covered every single spot. I've gotten the most compliments on my hair that I've ever gotten since I've had it done, and I'm just really happy with it. So yeah. Okay, so back to the oracle cards, though, for the collective. And I thought I'd give Julia a shout out because she actually subscribed to my channel. So, I mean, I don't know if she'll actually watch this or not, but, you know, if she does, let me tell you, she deserves highest praises for her work. She actually curled my hair too, but I knew, like, she did. Well, they weren't open Sunday. I didn't leave till Monday. Had to have it done Saturday. I was hoping that I could put enough hairspray in it to where the curls would just turn into waves. Okay, but the Florida heat was like, I mean, I got on the plane and I took a picture on the plane. I posted on Facebook. You could still kind of see the curls and the waves, but by the time I got there with the humidity and the heat, it was like, it does this. This is what it does. See, it just goes mostly straight, you know. That's all right. Oh, thank you, Angel Lori. Yeah, she does. I've managed to keep my hair in pretty good shape considering how much I've bleached it, you know, and colored it. Okay. So back to what we're actually doing. Okay. Yes, message for the collective. Okay, yeah. On track. Okay, yes. What is it that the collective needs to hear to these oracle cards? Just one card. What is everyone watching this stream now and in the future? What message? What message do we need to hear? Okay, yeah, wow. My guys are really happy too. They're like really happy here with me. What message does the collective need to hear? This is good energies rolling through, guys. This is real good energies. Okay. What message? What message does the collective need to hear? Count 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. All right, we got the Angel of Balance, which I really am feeling this energy. Look at the pyramids in the background. Oh my God. This is such a good card. Oh, let me look at it some more. Oh, I love it. You know, it's funny. I just got done watching Dune and Dune 2 with my son Henry, which I'm obsessed with Dune 2. I actually, the first time I watched the first one, I thought it was rather boring. But it was just basically building up the backstory for Dune 2, which was absolutely amazing. So it's kind of funny because the vial thing she's holding kind of reminds me of the water of life that they take in order to see visions and stuff and have their mind and their psychic senses completely turned on. So Angel of Balance. So take that as you will, as far as part of the message for this energy read for the collective, because it's like drinking some type of water, possibly like chlorine dioxide or something like that, that could help you clear that pineal gland. Okay, water is very important. Like somehow using water to make yourself clear and to bring your psychic abilities fully in alignment and balanced. Okay, but let's see what the book says, right? Let's see what the book says. Okay, Angel, and for me, it also has special meaning because it's like I'm trying to rebalance my hormones, you know. And I really do think I have high hopes of that because not only did we do the right treatment for that, but I feel like it cleared some trauma that was stopping me from wanting to go and do what needed to be done in order to finish being healed, which is like going to a doctor and getting actual hormone replacements and stuff like that. And so since I've come back, I was just like, nope, we're going to take care of this. And I charged forward and I did the work. And now I even have the pills already. It's quite, I couldn't believe it. It came through so fast. So definitely happy about that. But I guess I'm gonna have to look up which number page it is. Okay. Angel of Balance. Wow, this is like a very unique deck because they don't even, a lot of them aren't angel cards. At least I don't think. Let's see. Okay. Bear with me here. Sorry, guys. Bear with me here. I'm just looking for which number it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, 152. 152. Okay. So being centered and self-honoring in your choices. Okay, so the meaning of this card is this. This loving presence holds a pitcher of liquid light in front of the pyramids, reminding you that a strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming to your life. Remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your physical and emotional energy as well. Whenever you feel yourself getting off center or losing focus, call upon this beautiful angel and bring her intention into your heart center. Your intuition will lead you to the right direction, and the angel will guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. I feel like that goes right in alignment with what I was telling you guys about getting yourself, searching your heart for what it is you truly desire to experience, and then asking for that thing to manifest between now and the next conference. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's basically kind of saying something very similar to that, which is like that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring harmony into your life, and in harmony, you have to have balance in order to have that. But I really do like that message for us here, guys. Okay, and I do love the fact that, again, there's the moon and the pyramids, and as you know, like ancient Egypt is very special and sacred to me because I've had so many past lives there. But like, I would say the one that I've been working through the most karmically is one that happened there when I was working as a priestess of some sort, or I don't even know if it was a priestess. I know I was working in the spiritual community, but they actually, for the first time, showed me a visual of what I looked like. Okay, and I thought it was so funny because I had my head shaved. I had my head shaved except for this top portion of my hair was growing, and it was in a braid. Okay, and they also told me that I had taken a vow of silence. Like, that was something that was very important to me, so I really didn't speak. And I know that, I mean, that lines up with some of the things that I've worked through when it comes to that lifetime. So, oh yeah, and also the thing, because I have my ankh here, guys. Okay, and that was what I was. That's what I won the costume contest with. Was I said I was a golden goddess from Egypt. So you got my that was a sound tool, by the way. Okay. So, all right. So that's our message from the Oracle deck. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me see what Alexis has said right here. Okay. Oh, got it download. Angel Lori getting a download. Yeah, if you hear buzzing like that, really high pitched frequencies and stuff like that, that's definitely your guides and stuff sending you something. I always tell them, like, okay, could you just make sure to unfold it properly? Because I know that they're giving me a whole lot. Like, just make sure that we get it the message clear, because that's what it like comes through, and then you have to, like, it'll be like a concept. I feel like sometimes it comes with images for me, and then I unfold it, and they'll connect it to like movies or shows or songs, and eventually I'll get the message. I love that. I really do love that. Oh, good night, Johnkins. Thanks for being here. Okay. So Alexis Ascension Diary says the law of one says that negative greeting comes in the left ear and positive comes in the right. If I remember correctly, she says it's a theory I've been testing. Very interesting. I had not heard that before. Yeah. Oh, I wish I could show. I didn't. I'll look at my phone while I'm talking at the end of the stream, and I will see if I can pull up a picture of it. I know I have one on Facebook. Actually, I do. I know exactly where to get it from my phone. But let's do the readings first, and don't let me forget Angel Lori, and I'll show you guys on my phone real quick. Okay, what my costume looked like. Okay. So. All right, time to do the tarot reading for the collective. We're doing, what we're about here. We're doing a 3-card pull. This is going to be for the energies for the next week or two until I'm able to come back in the stream again. I will probably be busy next Friday because I actually was asked by a beautiful being in our soul group known as Chastity Munez, I believe her last name is. Again, I'm terrible with names. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. But she asked me to come on her YouTube or whatever it is that she streams on. And we're going to talk about, honestly, my experience with the drug Suboxone. Okay, because that's apparently something that she's championing. championing, what champion? You know what I'm trying to say, right? It's like she's going for it. She's the champion of it. Okay, so she's going for it. She wants to bring this to people's awareness on just how terrible of a drug that was. It should be illegal. But honestly, it's legal heroin in all reality, guys. Okay, and they give it to you like, oh, let's get you off of those opiates by putting you on the strongest one that takes like months and years to go through withdrawals to get out of your system. But let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, I'm going to be on her show probably next Friday. If not, though, I'll let you all know. Okay, you'll see me in a week or two after this. So what energies? What energies does the collective need to hear? Okay. Energies. What can we be looking? What are we looking forward to here? What is it? What message does it need to be said? What message needs to be said? Here we go. Yes, okay. Wow, we're just having a great time here today. I can tell. Like, we got so much like giggling and happiness behind me. It's like just like angels and fairies. Just like we're just having so much fun. That's all I can say. Okay, so, what message do you guys want to tell the collective? Go ahead, step forward. Step forward now. What message do you guys want to tell the collective? Message. So this is for the people watching now and in the future. What message? What message do you want to be delivered? We're telling you. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already, please. I'm trying to reach to 1,000 subscribers so that I can also go live at the conferences next year. That's what I want so bad. I want to be able to do it too. Me and Robbie can just be like recording each other or something like that. That would be fun. But anyway, it's okay if I don't. But either way, I have to put that out there and ask now. So, because you don't ask, if you don't ask, you don't get it, basically. Okay. All right. Message this is like first card. We got the world. The world is in front of us. This is a major manifestation card. So this is going right in alignment with the energies that we've been talking about on this stream the whole time, which is basically what you focus on, you're going to get back more of. Okay, so be aware of the thoughts in your head right now. Be aware, because we are in a window of planting new seeds. Okay, we're planting new seeds for this next upcoming year or so. Okay, of what is it do we really want to experience, and what is it that we really want to see before us, because the universe will give that to us. So if you have, so here's the thing, like for me, okay, I just got done talking to you guys about how I had that unhealed part of me that was like trying to stop me from healing and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of us have upgraded now to the point where we're reaching new and harder challenges. Okay, and these new and harder challenges are going to are basically going to try and help us locate and identify the chains basically that we put around our own neck. All right, fears and such. All right, that we have just got, we're so used to existing in that state that we aren't even aware that they're there. Okay, so now they're going to have to try and rattle you up a little bit, rile you up, okay, shake you around a little bit, so that you can see these chains that you're still wearing, that you've just been wearing for so long that it's become like second nature. Because it's time to heal those things. It's time to go to the next level. All right, and this card is bringing forth the power to go to that next level. Okay, so hold on tight. We're going to pull another card. Message. Message is collected into here. Tell us more about this world card. Message. Okay. Wow, another manifestation card. We are really focusing on what it is that we want to create and see in the world physically. Okay, so this, and it looks like you're going to do a pretty good job at that. All right, so it's like now you're almost, it's like, it reminds me of almost even a crystal ball or something like that for all any of you out there that do uh, have crystals and stuff, maybe even a crystal ball. Like, I'm going to encourage you to start using that to maybe see visions or another divination tool. Okay, like having something that you can go and get confirmations with inside your own self is really important. So, like for me, it's tarot, But at one point, I was able to see visions in my crystal ball, and it was a crystal egg actually, and I saw 3 visions, and they all ended up happening. So, you know, if you're needing help trying to figure out what it is that you want to manifest, stop for a minute and just focus on yourself and look to see like what is it that your heart truly desires, because that is where you're going to need to put your time and attention on. It's like you're a very quick thinker. Okay, so we got like see that little switch thing right there. Your mind it's I feel like it's just like if it's going a lot, if you have a lot of thoughts and chatter that come all the time, now is the time to practice slowing those down and silencing them, so that way you can focus on bringing into manifestation the thing that you're trying to bring into being. All right, because the universe is at your back. All right, so they're really going to help you manifest this new thing that you're trying to manifest. That is something physical and tangible in the world. And the coat that she wears, this is a sign of royalty. So you are royalty. You understand? You are royalty. You need to realize that you have a power that just comes naturally. So if you ever feel like you're less than for some reason, like no, like I feel like I don't remember who it was that I heard say this, but it's like, if you knew how they look at us on the other side, being here in these physical forms, this is like where the real battles happen. This is where the real training is. Okay, this is where the real expansion comes in. Okay, and so you are a very special being. I can tell you that right off the bat. Okay, especially if you found this channel, no doubt you're a magical, what's the word for it? You're a magical and probably even like extra multi-dimensional. Yeah, a multi-dimensional being, because anyone who can hear this message, something inside of them can recognize something in me, and that's why you're being called to this stream. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull one more card though, because I really liked the vibes that we got going here. What's the last part of the message? What's the last part of the message, guys? What do you want to tell these beautiful people? What do you want to tell them? Let's see okay, got it. Wow. Okay, 8 of Rods. It is time to act. Okay, it is time to make those decisions. Make the call. What it is that you're going for, because once we have that. Okay, like I said, we have the universe at our back helping us manifest something. Okay, what it is we are thinking about and seeing in ourselves, that's what we're going to keep seeing more of, what we're putting our attention on with our consciousness. And so we really need to hone in and focus on what it is, like calming that mind chatter, so that way we can create something that we want real in this world, that's physical and tangible. Okay, and then lastly but not least, once you get that lined up, okay, don't hesitate. Once, like, maybe you're like a little like, well, should I pick this thing or should I pick this thing, or like follow your heart, go with your first gut feeling, and then fire away. Okay, because you've been given permission to go forward with the thing that is in your heart that you're asking for. You are being granted permission by spirit, all right, to go after that thing that you want, that maybe you feel like you don't deserve, or like that could never happen to me. No, it can. If you're hearing me talk about this right now, I'm telling you, follow this. Follow this. This is your sign to trust yourself and to go forward. All right, to start, on top of it, to do the healing so that we can ascend. So we can all ascend this planet together, right? Or at least all help each other out and to live a more happy and joyous life, because that's really what life is about, right? It's the moments that we have in it in time and what we choose to do in those moments. Okay. I really like this message. I really like this energy that's coming through here for the next week or two. So I really hope that that helps with you guys out there. And yeah, let's go ahead and put these aside, and let's go ahead and find my costume picture right real quick. So yeah. Oh, I'm so glad it helped. Geraldine, nice to see you. Oh, yes. Loving these messages. I'm so glad, Heidi. Okay. Oh, bye. Bye. Bye, Heidi, if you're still here or not. Thanks for coming. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out that picture of my costume so you guys can see what it looked like real quick. Okay, so I know where I can find it at pretty easily because someone actually sent it to me and they were like, "This is my favorite picture of you." And I was like, "Oh, it is?" I was like, "That's pretty cool." Okay. Okay. Give me a second. Sorry. I got a lot. All right. Here. Boom. There it is. First picture. Okay. So this is what it looked like. Look at me. Okay. Yes. Isn't that so pretty? I had my headband on and everything. Yeah. It's this cute little short dress. And it has all these little, they're seashells. They're golden seashells. And they're like glued on each and every spot on the dress. And it's super tight. And it feels like second skin. You know, and hi there, Trevor. Very nice to see you here. Okay. I know that song, Sandy. I could hear it now. Yeah. Gosh, was there anything else I wanted to say? You know, yeah. I don't know. I feel like that might be all. I think that might be all we need to say. You know, I will say this actually. I will say this. I, I got my book signed. Okay. By Matthew Morning, and I started reading it on the way there, like I said I would. And I was blown away at how good it was. It was so interesting, and I kept going, and I honestly was like, wow, like, because I've heard a lot of his story. Obviously, I follow him. He's basically like my mentor, my alchemist. Okay, I kind of look at myself a little bit as an apprentice, and so I was really happy to see that there was just so much cool new information to learn and discover about his story. And I told myself too, like, don't read it, don't read what he wrote in it, because I just had a feeling I was going to get emotional, and I was right. It was such a touching thing, like it's exactly the feeling that I tapped, and I felt needed, like I had a place here, like I had true friendship, and I just felt very loved. And so I was really happy with that whole experience, because I actually had other people that I've looked up to sign the books that they wrote in the past. I had someone else, I won't name names, but we'll just say dog days are over. Okay. And so he actually had signed my book, this other person, and it was like so generic, and I was like, wow, I really like meant nothing to this person. I felt like, but this like was like, wow, like all it was just the cherry on the top of the cake for me. Like all of these great experiences with all these people. And I think actually there was only one other person that I just now remember to mention, and I can't remember her last name. Her name's Emily. In fact, actually, I'm going to look it up right now. She talked to me personally. She was a speaker, okay, and she was rooming with my friend Ben Chastain, which you guys know from Edge of Wonder, right? So Emily Harrison. I'm going to check out her stuff, because she started trying to help me come up with a game plan of how I can better present myself to get more people to come to me, so that way I can not only help them, but can have an exchange energetically through money, basically. Okay. Like how to make money. Okay. And still get to do my sole purpose and my sole mission, and truly helping to guide people and being of service for people. So I'm definitely going to check out more of her work. She said she has some free worksheets on her site, so I'm going to check that out. Okay. And I hope that you guys will too. And that's really all I have to say, I guess. I hope you guys come to the next conference. If there's any questions or comments, put them in the chat now, because we're about to leave. I'm glad I was able to keep this kind of short. I was a little, I don't know, I took the day off and I've just kind of been laying around. And my friend Braden, you guys know Braden in the chat. He actually came to visit me yesterday. So I'm like still on the high of like hanging out with Soul Family and stuff like that. Actually, Chris and Braden, we all hung out together. And so it was really nice, so close to after the conference, to reunite with people that are in my Soul Family, Like, it was really nice. So I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to do this stream today, just because I was like, I don't know, I was just wanting to lay around and, watch the Dune movies with my son. But I was like, but you guys know me, I've said this before, if I don't go today, if I don't go on a Friday, for some reason, I just can't go on other days. Okay. Like, if I do, I don't feel right about it. I mean, I can't on a Monday or whatever sometimes, but I prefer Fridays. And I knew if I didn't go today that it wouldn't be for another 2 weeks or so. So I was like, no, we're going today. And we're telling people things. Oh, I'm glad you liked my dress, Hope. I have to really step it up for next year now. I got to brainstorm, and think of something new, because it took me a while to find that dress. That was my mission from the get-go before I found that dress was, I'm trying to live my dreams here, basically, guys, okay? And there was this fairy tale that I used to watch when I was a little girl, and it talked about this princess, okay? And there were 3 balls that she went to, and like the first one that she went to, she wore a dress that was all of stardust, or the sun, like sun glow and stuff. And then the next one was stardust, and then the third one was like moonlight or something like that. And so I was going for the sun one. That was supposed to be the sun energy. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it was perfectly in alignment with Leo season starting. You know what I'm saying? That's such a Leo outfit. That's just such a Leo outfit. Okay. Yeah, Ben does pop up in the interesting. He actually brought his Puyo balls, these glowing balls that he was dancing with and lighting up. I actually did bring something pretty cool too, but I didn't have the right kind of outfit to wear for it. So I'm sorry. I know probably everyone's like getting ready to leave here, but and I promise I'm not going to take too much longer. But I brought this light up whip, but you can't do it unless you have some kind of like ability to roll it around the fabric and the clothing. Like, you can't really dance with it good unless you do that. I want to be able to see it. Right? Like, you can do like really cool things with it, right? Like, you're like, woo, 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 and so it just keeps going back around and around and around, and I love it. But my Golden Goddess dress did not work for this, so I'm gonna bring my light up whip next time. We're gonna have some fun with it. Okay. So yeah, I think Brian will be able to appreciate it. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Super cool dude, man. Super cool. I mean, the only other drama that I can actually even think of to talk about, which I thought was kind of funny, was James Rink coming to the conference, trying to buy a ticket, which a lot of people were just like, just let him come. But Ida, she's a little bit more stern. Okay. She was like, absolutely not. And I think he did call her a name or something like that, so I'm not surprised that she didn't want him to be there. But apparently he's supposed to be making some video about it. Is it out yet? Did the new video come soon? Because he took a picture of it being in front of the speaker lineup thing, the signs. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And I am praying for this dude, because he clearly is struggling mentally, and so I really do. I really, we don't like seeing people upset, ultimately. I think if you're a part of this group, you really do want to see people doing their best, and you want to see them happy and thriving and living their best life and doing their mission. And so it's actually quite sad when this type of stuff happens. So let's just all say some prayers for James. Okay? Let's just pray he can pull himself out of whatever hole it is that he's gotten himself into. Okay? All right. And on that note, I am going to take off. And I'm glad you guys liked my toy. I'm going to come up with a new one. I got to come up with a new outfit. If you guys can think of a good costume ideal, then I could start searching for dresses that are similar to it. You know, go ahead and shout them out in the comments below the video. Okay, like if you get what ideal, like which theme should I go for now for this next conference, because I'm really excited about it. Oh, nice to see you, Julian. Thank you. Much love to you. Okay. All right. Well, I love you guys. I'm going to take off now. And I'm going to go chill, watch some cool videos. Oh, Galactic Lyra and Angel Lori says. Oh, I like that. Okay. Yes. Definitely going to look up some of those. Okay. All right. I'm like, people, I've already told you bye, guy, like 3 or 4 times. So we're going to do this now for real. Mwah. Love you all. Take care until the next one.